Hello, it's me Ramirez1 checking in again. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be discussing the time I ran away from my crush during gym class. To this day, it is one of the biggest fallacies of my love life, and a true Hamlet-esque Shakespearean tragedy that still haunts me in my deepest dreams. Now, this is around the time of the end of my freshman year of high school, where I was still a skinny little antisocial social club dweeb jit with no drip and no girls giving me attention. Honestly, I feel like I should have been bullied way harder than I was at the time because I was a fucking weirdo, and that is no overstatement. Honestly, if I went back to a high school reunion, I don't think anybody would remember who I was because that's how little of a presence I left on everybody's lives in that school. But this particular story takes place in one fated day in gym class. I don't remember the exact details, but we were outside in the grassy spring meadow fields of our high school and we were playing some sort of capture the flag, where if you get caught in enemy territory, you're out. As I wanted to maintain my troubled artist Robert Pattinson Batman with eyeshadow persona, I went super tryhard but tried to stay low-key about it so I could show people that athletics came easy to me and that I didn't need to try, even though I was sweating harder than XQC in an Among Us lobby. Basically, I just went super tryhard and tried not to look tryhard doing so. I was literally grabbing flags left and right, balling the fuck out. Literally nobody could stop me as I was racking up points for my team. One thing to know that my crush at the time was in my gym class and was also on my team, so I tried to stay a bit close to her and subtly flex all the flags I got in gym class. Pretty sure she didn't notice at all, but you know, it is what it is. And at one point or another I got tagged out, and anyways, I was just sitting in enemy base looking to be freed. Nobody was really there until my crush caught my eyes. We started looking at each other for literally one whole second, but like the sports anime character I was, I just began doing all kinds of calculations in my head about my crush and thinking in super speed at that point, contemplating if I should continue to stare or look away. I was basically looking at all the hypothetical situations on if I should look away or not look away, kind of like what Doctor Strange was doing in Infinity War when Thanos pulled up for the stones. But I ended up looking away because, well, I'm very awkward, and after I looked away I immediately went to look back like the weirdo I am, and would you believe it, in the corner of my eyes, my crush decided to fight through enemy lines full of fucking machetes, full of people trying to fucking tag her, everything just trying to run through and try to save me. At that point I started hallucinating war sounds and fucking slow-mos like I'm in Saving Private Ryan. It was fucking surreal. My crush was literally risking her life trying to save me at that point and capture the flag. If that wasn't an act of marriage on her part, I don't know what is. And honestly, at the time it felt like God was testing me with the ultimate act of divine intervention, as all the stars aligned for us to be together in that moment. So she comes over and says something along the lines of, quote, "I came to get you because you've been here a while," or something like that, and she tapped my arm. Shit, it doesn't even matter what she said, because the next thing I did, I kid you not, is I completely ignored her presence and just walked away back to my base. I literally didn't even acknowledge her existence. We made eye contact for a second as she said those words. She was trying to start a conversation and I just completely ignored her. Oh my god. You know, at the time I felt like a fucking genius. I just completely ignored my crush. I just completely obliterated her existence. She literally didn't even exist in my mind. I guaranteed at the second that I ignored her, she was literally going to fall for me and that fucking music is going to start playing. She's literally going to think about me for the rest of her life. Well, that didn't happen because literally a minute after I left and went into my base, I had a very, very big existential crisis. And literally that night, as I was about to go to sleep, I also had an existential crisis as to why I decided to ignore her, and I've been having the same existential crisis ever since. This event is truly one of the biggest tragedies of our time. Shakespeare is literally fucking sweating in his grave because all of his plays are complete dog shit and absolutely amount to nothing compared to this devastating tragedy. And if I'm being 100% honest, I may just be overanalyzing here because of the sheer embarrassment of my actions, or the lack of actually, but I think she actually wanted to be friends with me and she wanted to start a conversation or just be friendly in general. You know, I've never been the type of guy that girls approach me because I'm very awkward. I look very weird as well. And the one time a girl, actually my crush, decided to fucking come up to me, I literally decided to completely ignore her existence. Like she didn't even exist. She was never there. She was gone in thin air. But you know, for the next few years of high school, we literally never even talked. I'm honestly quite positive she avoided eye contact with me ever since that day, because we had a few classes together later on, as well as a few mutual acquaintances, because she never even looked into my direction. She never even looked into my eye ever again. So I'm pretty sure she just started instinctually flinching against me like a wild rabbit when he meets a fucking coyote. Just straight up avoid me at all costs, which is 100% my fault. I completely understand, as I completely ignored her existence. And also, on another note, if I'm being completely honest, I probably would have forgotten about her and the incident if I still didn't have a crush on her, but for some reason I still do, even though I haven't seen her for like over a year, so it still lingers in my mind. Yet again, it's a tragedy that I will never forget, and I am truly devastated by my past actions. I hope everybody else here learns from my mistakes. Cue the lo-fi.
When Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God was testing me. When Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God was testing me. When Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God was testing me. When Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God was testing me.